In the deep past, a campfire's glow draws humanity's first border in the dark. Tens of thousands of years ago, somewhere in Africa, faces flicker orange as a small band huddles against the cold. Here, in a fragile circle of warmth, the first communities are forged. Fire extends their reach, language deepens their memory, and soon human feet follow coastlines and plains, carrying this spark of culture across the globe. But the long march of humanity would soon be anchored to the soil. The next great turning point is agriculture. Along the fertile banks of the Mesopotamia, the Nile, and the Yellow River, fields of grain begin to measure time itself. With harvests come calendars, debt, and duty. Cities of stone and mud rise from the earth, and on tablets of clay, writing records promises and laws. Rivers that once nourished hunters now organize states, and along them power begins to flow. Great empires emerge to manage this new complexity. Rome paves the world with roads and law. The Mauryan dynasty tests the bonds of unity across faiths. Han officials standardize measures, currency, and meaning. Strangers are now bound together not by kinship, but by shared rules and powerful stories. Those stories deepen, guiding how people live and who they are. Hinduism frames a world of duty and rebirth. Buddhism offers a path to release from suffering. Taoism counsels balance with the universe. Judaism binds a people to a sacred covenant. Christianity proclaims salvation for the world, and Islam gathers a vast community under one God. Belief erases old borders, creating loyalties that span continents. Culture now spreads through moral commitment, carried by monks, sailors, and traders across the Silk Roads and the Indian Ocean. In ports humming with a dozen languages and caravans ringing with bells, ideas travel alongside spices and silk. Through the trans-Saharan corridors, gold, salt, and scholarship connect West Africa into a global conversation. Then, a Mongol moment violently forces these routes open, speeding the flow of paper, gunpowder, and plague. A salt wind lashes a creaking caravel at first light. An age of crossing begins. The fire of that first human camp now rides the waves, igniting the Columbian Exchange, a biological and cultural collision that reshapes diets, unleashes disease, and reorders wealth across the world. This new global connection fuels a hunger for knowledge. Telescopes and the printing press widen the scope of wonder, and the Enlightenment insists that reason, not tradition, should test power. Pamphlets whisper of rights in ports and plazas, recasting the meaning of law and loyalty. An American republic experiments with freedom, a French kingdom convulses in revolution, and an enslaved island wins its liberty in Haiti, forcing the world to ask who holds sovereignty and who truly counts as human. The ground shakes again as steam and coal turn muscle into machines. Factories rise, empires swell to feed their insatiable appetite, and the world is carved up in a race for resources. But this new power creates new tensions. Two total wars shatter old certainties, and the Holocaust leaves a permanent scar on human memory. As empires crumble, a Cold War splits the globe into opposing blocs, while new international bodies promise a fragile peace. Capital and production spread across the planet, building the invisible network your phone and your livelihood rely on today. Now, digital tools reshape our oldest traditions, from artificial intelligence in our houses of worship to the editing of the human genome. The great upheavals of the past built the systems that define our present, deciding what lands on our plate and which voices are heard. Today, as the climate heaves and power tilts toward the east and south, the next chapter of our shared story is waiting to be written. The old maps are being redrawn once more.